I know that omega-3 fatty acids are critical. I know they're useful for brains and neurological health, and that's about the extent of it. Help me understand what is going on with our omega-3 essentials.
Yeah, so omega-3 Complete is one of our core and most highly recommended products. So at the most basic level, it's a high concentration fish oil, provides 820 milligrams of EPA and DHA per soft gel. I think it's key in a product like omega-3 Complete is that it's a food source. This is not something synthesized in a lab. This is taken from nature. So what is the source A? Then from there, how are you turning it into a product? So the purification process. And then lastly, how are you checking to make sure that that purification process and sourcing is leading to a quality pure product? So the source of omega-3 Complete is from the Chilean coast. It's one of the least industrialized shorelines in the world. So those fresh waters help provide, the cleanest and most sustainable fish source available for this.
Okay.
The production, just at a fundamental level, it's purified via vacuum distillation. So that ensures that it's free of heavy metals, pesticides, PCBs. They're polychlorinated biphenyls, which are used as plasticizers. Basically, they're used in heavy industry. So then from there, what's also critical, because no matter what you say, what the source is, what you're doing to it, what does it end up? So it's third-party tested. Okay. So it's not the manufacturer testing it. It's not us. It's a third independent party that has documented those concerns, the heavy metals, the pesticides, the PCBs. They are at non-detectable levels.
Excellent.
Okay. Also from there, now you've got a product, high-quality product in a bottle. What are you doing to ensure that it's going to maintain its viability? It's not going rancid with something like fish oil. And that is with natural antioxidants. So there's not chemicals then added to it. It's vitamin E and rosemary extract to help make sure that to and through expiration date, you still have a quality product.
Okay. All right, cool.
Yeah. A sign of a poor quality product, just in terms of whenever you're actually taking it, smells very fishy. You can get a lot of that burping and reflux. That's a sign of, poor quality sourcing to start, mainly the purification of it from there. And it may have even gone rancid if you're getting some of those things. But that's at least at first blush, the most obvious sign is on a fish oil product, you can often tell a poor quality.
Okay. I've never taken any other omegas, so that makes me happy because I've literally never experienced the fishy thing. Yeah. I've heard people mention it, but
exactly. We hear it a lot. People asking about that.
Okay, cool.
So from there, now you've got quality in a bottle, but why am I taking it? Why am I taking this one?
Right.
Number one, it's a triglyceride form, not ethyl esters. Ethyl esters are what you'll often see in more basic supplements, and that is because they're cheaper to manufacture. It's also easier to attain higher concentrations. Just in the way that it's extracted out and how you end up with a final product. It's a little easier, more efficient, more cheap to do that and to get it in that form versus a triglyceride. The other key thing about triglyceride form is that it's the natural form that your body is used to and very efficiently can absorb. So that's critical as well.
Love it.
Yeah. So 60% of an ethyl ester, a poor quality form of omegas, are absorbed. Triglycerides, it's nearing 100%. It's in the high 90s.
Oh, great. Okay.
So you touched on it, and I don't want to go into a deep dive, although it's probably warranted eventually. But why do we take fish oil at all? In the most broad terms, cardiovascular health, brain health, mood enhancement, mental clarity, skin health, joint and connective tissue functioning. So there are over 10,000 studies over the last 30 years documenting safety and efficacy of a quality EPA DHA supplement.
Okay.
So in terms of deficiency, how it might manifest, just again at the most basic level, dry, flaky skin, dry eye discomfort, mood imbalances, poor circulation. When you look up food sources of omega-3 fatty acids, okay, you're going to see things such as walnuts, chia seeds, flax seeds. That's true. That's not inaccurate. Omega-3 fatty acids, omega-3s, fish oil are broad terms. Specifically, what you want are EPA and DHA. When you look at a study, when you're hearing of benefits of fish oil or omega in those broad terms, you're really hearing about EPA and DHA benefits.
Okay.
So walnuts, chia seeds, flax seeds, very healthy foods, great to have in your diet. They are sources of omega-3s, but they are sources of ALA, alpha linoleic acid. Valuable nutrient. We need it. But there's literally no DHA and EPA in there. So that's, again, a critical differentiation between something that's not inaccurate, just missing key details.
Got it. Okay. So you cannot eat enough chia seeds to replace freshwater fish or an omega-3 supplement like this.
The math will eventually get you there. You convert about the ALA that you intake, which those are great sources of, and again, is important. About 15% can get converted to EPA and DHA. So you can get there. All right. But it's not an efficient way at all. And it does not cover, even though the buzz term of high in omega-3s is accurate, it's not getting exactly what you want.
Got it. Okay. All right. So that's why someone would take it, because of these various issues. How often, how much, what's standard protocol for something like this?
So the most, like WHO, the most basic recommendation is 250 to 500 milligrams of EPA and DHA per day. Okay. That's, again, just to prevent deficiency, most basic recommendation. So, fish sources obviously are going to be a key source of that. But when you're looking at your overall diet, again, there's details in there. Salmon is a great source of it. Something like canned yellowfin tuna, however, has 20 milligrams of EPA.
Oh, so again, we're gonna have to eat a lot of tuna.
Exactly. So even when you're broadly saying my diet, I fish, I eat some chia seeds, that's all great on many levels, and eventually can get you there. But even if you're looking again at the most basic recommendation of 250 to 500, salmon will get you there very quickly. Salmon has 350 to 500 combined EPA and DHA. Canned yellowfin tuna will not. The other sources that are very good are herring, mackerel, anchovies, sardines. Not exactly the ones on your grocery list.
I eat anchovies.
I like them too, but how often? Again,
and not that many.
Yeah. So if you're saying I eat those a little bit, I have salmon, once a week. Tuna's an okay source. Shrimp's an okay source. Walnuts, chia seeds, I'm converting some. Yeah, you can get there.
Yeah.
But again, and I keep hitting on this, that's the basic 250 to 500 prevent deficiency number.
Okay. So what do we want to take it to the next level?
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
So when you start talking about therapeutic effect, if you're seeing a study, if you're hearing there's a headline, you're usually seeing supplementation intake of about 1,000 to 2,000 milligrams a day.
Okay. So substantially more.
Substantially more. So again, we're drawing the line from, I want this effect, but I eat some fish and I eat some walnuts. If you're attaching that study and that's what your need is, whether it's joint pain or you want to lower your triglycerides, those types of things, maybe a piece to the puzzle for some mood imbalances. You're just so far off the mark, unfortunately.
Right.
If that's, an avenue you want to pursue to see if that can be of benefit to you.
Absolutely. So for somebody who's taking our omega-3 complete, one capsule is covering the basics.
One a day is good. If you're just saying, hey, I'm going to put my money and my time and my efforts into taking a basic supplement. I eat a good broad-based diet. I have some fish. I have some walnuts, etc. One a day is fine.
Okay. And then if you're looking for a therapeutic dose,
you're up into at least 2 a day.
Okay. Anything folks need to know about timing or when this should be taken? Is it just fine to take any time of day?
Pretty much.
Okay. And if you're going to take more than one, do you want to spread those out?
You want to spread. Yeah, I think you still want to spread those out. It is a fat-soluble nutrient, but I still would spread them out. So if you're doing one, obviously that's self-explanatory. But if you're doing, up into the 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 a day, try to split it up. That's best.
Makes sense. Any other details we've left out?
Yeah, I think one key thing with omegas, I've mentioned that they're safe. I've mentioned kind of the upper limit max, but can have some blood thinning properties, which helps with circulation at appropriate doses. But if you're taking any blood thinners, antiplatelet drugs such as aspirin, warfarin, Xarelto, Eliquis, Plavix, they're very common. Just use with caution. Talk to your doctor first before you would take it. If you're not on any of those meds, it's shown to be safe. But if you are, use with caution, consult a practitioner.
Sure. For those very specific situations, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, cool. Is there any difference between the liquid omegas that we've got and the omega-3 complete essentials soft gels?
Higher concentration in the liquid. As long as it's palatable to you and you're fine with using that, that's just fine. Ultimately, it's a little more efficient way to take them from a financial end, but there's no difference in terms of quality.
Okay. It's the exact same product, just not in a capsule.
Exactly.
Got it. Mm-hmm. Makes sense. All right. Thank you very much.